Primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Um corpo assim não se vê nem na revista, nem no TikTok ou no Instagram de artista. Um corpo de mestiça, de tanta coisa boa. Te quero dar um beijo na garoa. Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Um corpão assim não se vê nem na revista, nem no TikTok ou no Instagram de artista. Um corpo de mestiça com olhos de leoa. Te quero dar um beijo na garoa. Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina, meu coração pulou pra boca. Um corpão assim não se vê nem na revista, nem no TikTok ou no Instagram de artista.
향이 진짜 좋아요.
Deixa que o amor invade a porta da tua casa. Deixa que o carinho seja o beijo de uma flor. Deixa que o amor invade a porta da tua casa. Deixa que o carinho seja o beijo de uma flor. Desde pequenino que eu sei que o amor é cura, amolece a dor e ingratidão. Desde pequenino que eu sei que o amor perdura, basta ter carinho e compreensão. Deixa que o amor invade a porta da tua casa. Deixa que o carinho seja o beijo de uma flor. Deixa que o amor invade a first time I set my eyes on you, I didn't know from the start. I didn't know how you turned my life around, or how in love I'd be with who you are. But you showed me what it means to be loved. The way you touch me, hold me quietly. You're everything I am not. And when I have you in my arms, I feel undone. So in a long way, I've come to say I love you. Well, every day I open my eyes next to you is a day I'm grateful for, because this thunderstorm of who I am needs a strong woman, and that's who you are. So we'll start today and build our world together. The way we love is the way we will stay. And I know, yes I know, I will last the stormy weather. Just as long as I've got you. But you showed me what it means to be loved. The way you touch me, hold me quietly. You're everything I am not. It's when I have you in my arms, I feel undone. So in a long later on in the night, when the crowds have gone, we could talk under moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise, cancel all our plans.
이거 노발리스.
We don't need a
동글동글하게 생긴 거 리라.
just can't.
그리고
I wish I could stop time.
향이 너무 좋은 스프링 오브
Stay
프리덤.
in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Got myself free falling deep into your eyes. You came to me without warning, but I knew
네.
I wish I could
크리스티나.
stop time. Stay in this moment, never think
에덴 장미.
about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
데스데모나.
Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
오디세이아. 달시 우셀. 인자벨 프루트. 레이디 오브 샬롯. 주드
Later
립스큐어.
on in the night,
그리고 그리고 이렇게
when the
자격같이
crowds
생긴 이
have
친구는
gone,
페도스틴이에요.
we could
주황색
talk
친구들도
under
예쁘죠?
moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise, cancel all our plans. We don't need a reason why we just can't. I wish I could stop time and stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Caught myself free falling deep into your eyes. You came to me without warning, but I knew why. I wish I could stop time and stay in this moment. The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in delaying what we both already know. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. We could rent a room and watch the stars dance round the moon. Fall asleep to the sounds of the sea. With you right by my side, it's such a sweet life. Escape this time